What exactly do we know exactly why the rioting has started? Is it because ICE
Yeah.
appeared there, or what was it?
So, according to the mayor of Los Angeles, who previously was organizing a bunch of left-wing protests and praised Fidel Castro before, and was a full-fledged member of Communism Inc. And
Yep.
Mike Pence did a good job describing her kind of ties to CIA-linked organizations that were promoting a lot of these left-wing protests. She came out and said that the protest began because there was ICE raids Friday.
Mm.
And because of these ICE raids and deportations, people decided to mobilize and activate during these ICE raids in order to prevent these ICE raids from happening. And she kind of sent out an extortion message saying, tell us where the next ICE raids are, and then there'll be no violence. There'll be no protests. That's essentially what she kind of said, according to my own personal opinion.
Well, here's how I would react to that. If I were Trump, I'd send every single ICE agent in the country into LA. They'd already be there. And it would just be, there would be nothing they could do to stop it. And I'm told that the National Guard has mobilized and there's a large convoy on the way there. I can't confirm that, but
it's 300 members of the National Guard, and Gavin Newsom's really mad about it, the governor of California, because he said that Trump didn't consult with him and he violated his powers by activating a state-level National Guard without consulting the governor. I mean, and you've heard Hegseth say, we've got 500 Marines at Camp Pendleton who are willing to be deployed, or who are on standby to be deployed. I mean,
I heard that they were being deployed from Pendleton. I saw a couple of tweets that like someone said, "Oh, my son is at Pendleton," and he said they just left. There's a large convoy on the way.
I kept hearing all last night and this morning that they were on standby, but maybe it's escalated in the last couple of hours. I mean, it was interesting listening to the other side of the aisle. So I like to listen to progressive podcasters or news stations, and they interview community activists. And there was one with a high school history teacher / community activist who was classifying this as an attack on working people. He was saying, the Trump administration said the deportations, which shouldn't be happening anyways, were just going to be of people who have committed crimes, of violent people. But now they're going after people. He did say that, and he's saying, they're targeting people in Home Depots or in factories, and we're trying to prevent them, and we're going to do, neighborhood watches to keep ICE away, and LAPD should turn on any federal agents because they're supposed to protect us. I mean, it's definitely an escalating language. There's also this conversation that I've seen a lot of these community activists who involve these protests having, saying, well, this land was stolen from Mexico anyway. So the people here have a right to be here. And actually, it's the federal American government that is in the wrong. I mean, it does seem like rapid spinning and justification of what ultimately is violence on the street for a cause that doesn't totally make sense. Yeah. I mean, you've probably seen these videos of people burning the American flag and waving the Mexican flag to protest being deported to Mexico or to South America. Like, this doesn't make sense to me. You seem to want to be in a country that you also hate.
Yeah, a lot of people were seen screaming, F America, I hate America. And it's like, you're fighting for your right to be there by waving a foreign flag that you're afraid to be sent to. That doesn't really make sense there.
They don't like they don't love the country. They love the entitlements. They love the free food and free this and free that.
They like the way of life.
Yeah, if they were loyal, they'd be loyal to Mexico. They're not loyal to anything but the free shit. And if we stop letting states essentially incentivize illegal immigration with these programs at the state level, things would be a lot better. I by the way, I 100% support deporting. I don't care if it's a little old lady and runs a homemade candy store and she's here illegally. She's a criminal and she should go back. I don't care about the focusing on gang members only. Every one of those people, I saw an ICE raid that was like an Atlanta construction site. There was like 200 people running for their lives. I don't care. They should be hiring Americans. I don't care. I don't give a crap about these leftoids who are like, well, no, your stuff's going to cost more. Fine. At least I know I'm supporting American families. And that's kind of a fallacy anyway. That things will automatically cost more. Oh, there's Tallahassee, Florida. Yeah. They had the raid here.
I sent you a video of one of these protesters and their logic behind everything.
Was it the one that
I
was the
just
one
sent it
that
in the
was waiting
private
their
chat.
whole life to say I smell tear gas. Smells like fascism. You knew he went home and he was like telling all those ugly fat leftist women like, did you see what I said on the news? Did you see what I said about tear gas?
He's
Check
got it on his
out."
phone. He's making people watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
Innocent fucking citizens are being thrown into a goddamn.
They're not citizens. End of video.
That's the thing. Like, it doesn't. I understand wanting to say like violent people out first, but everyone knew it became clear that Trump was going to win the election, and immigration is a key part of his platform. In all the years you were here illegally, at least in the last couple of years, like, why did you not consult with an immigration lawyer?
Yeah.
I think that there is the narrative is very weird to me, where it's like they're not doing anything wrong, even though we're acknowledging that they're here illegally, but also you guys are supposed to let them stay. Like, right now, America has all kinds of pathways to citizenship. And I actually think that we should probably close some of the loopholes in legal immigration. But to just be like, well, we're already here, so you can't make us leave, even though we don't respect the laws of your country by being here illegally, it doesn't seem like it's that great of a selling point to me.
Yeah, I just don't care. And you know what? Any one of these Americans who are, committing acts of violence and having mentee bees in their cars, they are free to trade spots. I'm fine with that. If they're so good, then you should trade with them. And you go live in Juarez, and Alejandro can stay here. And it's actually probably better. It's probably better. Like, if it's a gainfully employed illegal immigrant and this guy could go live in Juarez, Mexico, I'm fine with that. What's wild is a lot of the footage is these are not illegal immigrants who are protesting. Like, these are white people. And
I just sent you a video of one of these white guys.
White rich people, by the way, not just white people, but wealthy white people. Hassan Piker is out there. There's a video where a flashbang goes off near Hassan Piker. Do you know what the first thing he said was?
No.
My hair.
No way.
Swear.
Look, it's
Is
part
that
of his
a clip?
signature look, man. He's got to protect his
He's got fake hair, by the way.
Well, then he
he's
paid
got-
a lot for it, right?
Yeah, there's a flashbang that goes off, and the first thing he says, "Oh my God, my hair."
Yeah, people who have hair transplants have to be very careful with their hair. I was once we were doing tactical training, and I shot a guy who had fake hair
Yeah,
transplant
hair plugs or whatever.
in the head. He's like, my hair, no, you're gonna mess with my hair.
Yeah.
He stopped coming, and I'm like, come on, man, be a man.
Well,
Like,
just
come
wear
on,
a full helmet then.
He's
Yeah.
got to protect his investment, guys. He paid
Yeah.
money for that.
Well, he was wearing a helmet, but I just happened to shoot him in that like one little spot where the
Definitely not
helmet
on purpose.
wasn't there. He's like, my hair, oh no.
This is hold on.
All right, so I guess they're pushing us in. I'll stay with
Wait, is that you, Luke?
Where?
Right there.
That looks like one of my hats. I wear sombreros all the time.
Yeah.
I'll stay with you. Check out tear gas. Don't push, don't run. Slow!
Here he is.
Okay.
What does he say? Oh, it must not be in that video. I saw somebody else covered it. And they had the clip where he's like, my hair. And it's like, I don't have a lot of respect for these protesters. Here's the white guy.
Feel tough with your assault rifles and your sticks. You should be standing here with us. You're on
Okay, so far okay.
the wrong side of history. We know you got a
Drag
job
to
to
the
do,
police.
but you took an
Yeah.
oath to the Constitution, not to the fascists in the White House.
That's not true.
Think about what you're doing now. Think about what this means. Coming into our community. Peaceful fucking community. People working their jobs.
That evil white
They said
savior
it-
gentrifier.
Yeah, you know he lives in a formerly black neighborhood.
Yeah.
Men in military fatigues.
So?
Weapons of war. Into
No.
our communities.
Yeah.
And you stand here and you allow it.
Well, maybe they wouldn't have to wear that if you guys weren't throwing explosives at them.
And rocks.
Yeah,
And trying
throwing
to poke
rocks
them in the head.
Yeah.
And scooters and lighting things on fire and Molotov cocktails. You know, maybe if we didn't use that.
These
I
people.
do like that the narrative went from being there should be no to police to the police should do what we want them to.
I
Yeah.
love this woman.
Yeah.
Leonarda.
Leonarda. Shout out to Leonarda here. I think she's really channeling a lot of Hannah
I think
Claire's
she's the
energy
one that
here.
said this, and I think another Daily Wire guy said it.
Ripped
in
it
a
off.
different way.
Yeah.
I'm tired of everybody pretending like all these
Oh, Matt Walsh ripped this off. Yeah.
migrants have great food. Third world food is a scam. Mexican food sucks. Don't at me in the comments. Ignace, you've never had guac. Shut up. It's an avocado smashed up. Don't tell me that
Based.
people who are on the brink of starvation know anything about fine cuisine. Oh, but the spices, the seasoning. The reason they got to use so many spices is because you're eating a f***ing pigeon.
Yeah.
It is true. That's why Indian food is so spicy and Mexican food is so spicy, is because they want to get rid of the parasites and the bacteria in there. And that's why they become accustomed to eating like very spicy foods.
Here we have Maxine Waters.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public apparel.
I need to get in.
Wait, she's trying to open that damn door.
I don't know the law, Hannah Claire, but is she actually allowed to just storm buildings just because she's a Meg? Does she not have to obey any laws because she's a member of Congress?
A little bit here.
I
Yeah.
don't think that there's any special privileges to detention centers if you're a member of Congress, but this has been sort of the go-to activism play for elected officials right now, to be like, we were denied entry, even though we actually wanted to be denied entry because that would give us more to talk about.
They have this FAFO paintball edition. They're just like this.
I got hit by those so many times.
Smoke grenade. Oh,
Listen,
jeez.
I got hit by those so many times. They freaking suck.
They hurt.
Bruh.
I'm not
They
like,
hurt.
yeah, government good, but they aren't like the rules of engagement for these people are like so. They during the Summer of Love, they literally had to stand down while they burned down the police station. Like, I think if they're probably firing pepper balls at these people, it's probably, they've caused violence, There's the one guy that was like trying to block. This one's great too. They're like, oh, we're just going to stand here and feed you. Nothing's going to happen.
Oh, they're coming out. They're coming out.
Should I not be laughing? Should I not be laughing?
Dude,
I
it's a
just
free
know-
country if it makes you laugh.
I mean,
I sent you another one of a reporter again popped.
The Australian
yeah, you know what? I
girl?
saw you tweeted that. I don't feel bad for her. She's standing
but
in
if you're the
harm's
cops,
way.
I'm like, come on. There's a bunch of like people throwing rocks at you. Why are you going after the woman and shooting?
Well,
her?
it was
Those things
I-
hurt. Like those rubber bullets will f you up.
I know, but I think
and,
it was
like,
one of
give
those
you, like,
cannons
permanent-
that like it like sprays an
them?
area. Yeah, I don't think anyone.
No, I think that was a single shot.
After
it was
hours
pretty
of
direct.
standing off this situation,
I'll show you-
has now
I'll show you what I think. I
rapidly
think
deteriorated.
it's, there's a
The LAPD
cannon
moving in on horseback,
gets
firing
shown.
rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
No,
Right
that's a rubber
here,
bullet.
he's right here. He's got. I think this is a. I don't care.
Jeremy.
I don't care. She's standing right in front of them, like an idiot. I don't care. Like she. I'm not saying like, look, if it was a lethal round or something, obviously it'd be different. She's
They
gonna have a
can
little
be.
bruise.
They can be. If you get shot in the head with those,
I know they
those
can't.
are
There's a
lethal.
small percentage chance, just like taser can be fatal.
No, but
too.
if that close, you shoot someone in the head, they die.
Isn't that
They
true for
shot
like
her in the
paintball
foot.
pellets too? Like if you're
No,
too
rubber
close, they can
bullets
be
are
fatal?
different. Like paintball pellets, you don't die.
you have, well, you have to get like a
rubber
temple
bullets
shot.
are just like regular bullets, but instead of having a metal projectile, they have a rubber projectile,
Yeah,
and those hurt like a mother.
I've been hit by them. They're like a frozen paintball. They hurt, but they're-
Rubber bullets, no way.
Yeah,
Up close?
I mean they
No
hurt.
way.
I mean, look at this little woman. She's fine. It like hit her foot.
Doesn't
She's
in the audio
fine.
someone asked her and she's like, I'm okay. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's not fun to be hit with something for sure, but like
Might not even have hit her. It might have just bounced next to her and she freaked out. Because the camera, no, that looks like she got hit. In their back of her ankle. Looks like. Yeah, I mean, I don't know though, because look at this. It looks like it spreads a bunch of them. That guy's shooting this direction. It must have ricocheted off this pylon, is what I'm guessing happened. This is the guy that shoots, and it's not near her at all. So I think if you look, it actually ricochets off that concrete pillar and hits her. Because nobody's aiming at her. Not that, I mean, she still got hit. Yeah. That's true. But like, he wasn't aiming at her. Yeah, right here, decoys. It's pretty hard to accurately ricochet those things. Yeah, there's nobody really. But anyway, look, she should maybe wear some protective gear if she's going to be out there on the front lines. Maybe, be to the side of the
Being
whole
on
thing.
the opposite end of this, I disavow you.
That's fine.
Being on the opposite end of this and being a reporter on the front lines and dealing with these type of scenarios, there's just some cops that are just like, F it, I'm gonna mess somebody up.
There are. You're right.
Easy shots, and I just don't like this reporter. I'm gonna pop a cap in their butt.